Hello and a warm welcome to round 4 of the World Superbike Championship. Jonathan Green reporting from the majestic Monza circuit in Italy. Monza is one of the oldest circuits in the world, with races held here since 1922. All the greats, both on four-wheel and two wheels, have raced here. There's always a sense of a special event at the famous Royal Park, just outside Milan. Passionate Italian fans, the hot spring sunshine, the fastest track on the calendar, where racing never disappoints. Going into round 4, the championship has so far been dominated by Carlos Checa of Spain on the Altea Ducati. He's never been off the podium so far this season, winning 4 of the 6 races and leading the championship by a healthy 43 points going into the Monza weekend. But Checa knew that the Italian circuit would be his Achilles heel, as Ducati would not be able to match the top speed of the Aprilias and the Yamahas. So Checa was approaching Monza with a view to just picking up some points, as many as possible, while letting the others fight for the podium. The Italian fans were expecting another head-to-head battle between the two top Italians, world champion Max Biaggi and Yamaha's Marco Melandri. And sure enough, both the Yamahas and the Aprilias were the quickest of the bikes in qualifying. But in Superpole, it was Max Biaggi who seemed to find another gear. He put on a scintillating display around the Royal Park. The Roman Emperor smashed all records with a top speed of 333 kilometers per hour and the highest average lap speed in the history of the sport at over 204.4 kilometers to claim his first pole position of the year. Biaggi won both races in 2010 and had every intention of doing the same again in 2011. But this time there would be stiffer competition, especially from the local Yamaha team. Yamaha are based in the village of Lesmo, just 2 kilometers from the circuit, so both Marco Melandri and Eugene Lavati were determined to take a home win at the famous Monza circuit. And Yamaha's record has been excellent here in recent years. Here's Steve Martin to tell us more about that and the Yamaha bike in this week's technical feature.
We've seen a Yamaha on the podium since 2007 in one way or another at Monza. They've always done well here. It's their home circuit. This year, they've got the R1. It's not the same as the one that Ben Spies took to the championship in 2009. This one's changed considerably. Let's have a look and see what the guys have done, mainly to make the bike competitive this year. First of all, this fuel tank wasn't here last year. If you remember, it was under the seat, back under here, and it was the filler cap was up here. The reason they've moved the fuel tank from here back to the more normal position is to centralise the mass. The reason they wanted to do that was so that the bike could keep the lap times more consistent over the race distance. The other big change for this year, engine management system. What they've done there is they've smoothed that power out and they've made it a lot more rideable than it was last year. If you remember last year, this bike was a bit of an animal to ride, but now they've really tamed that down and it's allowed the guys to get much better results this year. Bike's always been on the podium. I bet one of these machines will be on the podium here at Monza this time out.
Well, they certainly stood a good chance of a podium as Lavati put his Yamaha on the front row, right behind the pole sitter Max Biaggi. Jonathan Ray on the Honda was 3rd fastest, and he, of course, won last time out at Assen. Finally, rounding out the front row was Troy Corsa on the factory BMW. BMW took their first ever podium here last year, and Troy was out to do it again. Let's head to the start now of race 1 from Monza. Out the lights, away we go, and a brilliant start from Corsa, and a better one though from Biaggi. Corsa's away well. Can the BMW stop Biaggi? Down to that first corner. He's going to give it a go, you know, and he's done it! The Crocodile takes the lead.
What a brilliant start there by Troy Corsa.
Well, you called it, Steve. Absolutely brilliant by Troy Corsa. Off the line with the BMW, and now Max has got some work.
Melandri up in the 3rd position too. Great start by Melandri. Yeah, the BMW's not slow either, and neither is the Yamaha. And look at Eugene Lavati there. He's right in that slipstream.
Oh, and he's got the slipstream because Biaggi pulled away.
Oh,
go on,
Lavati,
Eugene.
Lavati.
And Lavati takes the lead. Wow. As Eugene's style as he crosses the line again. Will Biaggi pop out now from the slipstream? He's going to go for it. He's round the outside, and this is a tougher position to do it from because Eugene can defend, but not long enough because Biaggi goes through.
333 kilometres an hour that time by Biaggi.
Wow. Top speed so far then, and also fastest lap from Melandri, 1:43.3.
You can just see that the thing is that what I saw in all practice was Biaggi's best sector was the first sector through the fast grind, the curve and into the curves that we're looking at here into Roger. He really does pull some ground out there. There you go. Look at that.
Past. Wow.
Thank you very much.
That's what 3:33 looks like.
Yeah.
Haslam's coming now. He's got past his teammate Corsa and he's up to 4th place and just off the back, as you can see, of Melandri.
Haslam impressed me in qualifying yesterday. He qualified on the 2nd row of the grid, but with a race tyre, he managed to dip into the 42s, and he did 5 or 6 laps in the 42s under Cal Crutchlow's lap record. Crutchlow,
go on, G.
42.9 last year, and we've got 43.3 from Melandri so far.
Well, Biaggi didn't know it. He's in a dogfight now with the Yamahas because Eugene Labadie, going into Ascari up the hill, has overtaken him. But now will Biaggi reply going into Parabolica, we wonder? Certainly he'll wind himself up to get right behind Labadie on the exit of Parabolica and then go for it down the straight again. Melandri makes his move.
Whoa!
Whoa! The
Nice.
crowd love that. Melandri takes 2nd, and Biaggi won't like that much.
Definitely not.
The
Biaggi.
rivalry is back on between the two of them, and Haslam is ready. Back comes Biaggi at Lesmo 1 through the trees.
But he runs perhaps a little bit wide, but no, he holds on. Oh, look at this. Biaggi's just got that slipstream there. You can see how he catches up.
Look at that speed. Just blows by him.
Yeah, but the beauty is that next lap, Eugene Labadie can do the same thing.
1:43.6 then by Labadie, 1:43.5, just slightly quicker from Biaggi, but you saw him go past. Haslam still 3rd. They go through Curva Grande.
The times at the moment are actually a little bit slower than they were last year. 42.9 from Crutchlow last year on a Yamaha, and they're still in the 43s, 43 mids at the moment. So Biaggi is probably just settling in, although he runs wide there.
Whoa! And it's side by side now between Yamaha and Aprilia.
Thank you very much. Up the inside.
At Lesmo 1. Not room to overtake there, but Biaggi's going to have a think about it. Now, the next is a run down. The exit of here is very important. It's 4th gear and then flat out. And a mistake there by the Aprilia as Pippa Mawson watches on, almost bemused by the whole situation. 1:43.8 by both the top men. And here comes Biaggi up the inside this time.
No, he can't
He's
do
trying,
it.
isn't he?
Yeah, but once again, Eugene so strong.
Whoa, he makes a mistake, the champion!
Look at
Definite
that.
mistake by Biaggi. And here they come. Haslam goes past. Melandri goes past. Biaggi's in trouble now. In the words of Kevin Schwartz, will he fall apart like a cheap watch, as he did at Donington? Or will he put his head down and be the champion that we know he can be? They cross the line now. Labadie does a 1:44.0. And he's got a big gap now, 0.7.
Whoa, look at that past Leon Haslam. He went, wow, so fast.
Blew by him. And here we go then, the final lap at Monza, a Yamaha out front, but it's Eugene Labadie. His teammate Marco Melandri has already won at Donington Park and took a 2nd place there too. Eugene Labadie hasn't had the best of starts to his rookie career in World Superbikes. In fact, his best finish so far has been a 5th. This would change all that. They've got a new sponsor in Stanix, and it's seemingly doing a pretty good job of directing this bike around. There it is, emblazoned on the side of that Yamaha. All the Stonex men are doing their business. It's effectively a very sophisticated version of GPS, and right now the man with the map is this man, Eugene Labadie. Into Ascari, smooth as you like, leaning off the bike. Must sense it now, surely, Steve. Pippa can hardly hold herself.
He's got to be keeping his fingers crossed. He's got to be thinking about, he hopes he's got enough fuel in the fuel tank. Remember, Ben Spies was in the lead but lost it from here.
Right here.
On a Yamaha. So let's hope that...
Don't put the curse on him.
No.
Here he comes. Parabolica. Oh, and a slip and a slide. But he's still in control. And Eugene Labadie, Irish eyes are smiling in the park as Labadie takes this first ever World Superbike win.
That was a great race. Definitely not one of the easiest I've ridden, but I enjoyed it nonetheless. I just kept pushing, got to the front, and my plan worked perfectly. And my first win couldn't have come in a better place. The Yamaha team is based down at Lesmo, so everybody's here to celebrate this, and a big thank you to the team for putting a great bike underneath me today.
And I think your only mistake in a race full of mistakes by the other guys was at the Parabolica on the final corner.
Yeah, I just wanted to go in there deep. I didn't see in the big screen if Max had closed or not, so I just wanted to be sure of it, and I was on the dirty stuff, but it was fine. There was no problem there.
An absolutely faultless display of racing earns Eugene Lavity his first ever World Superbike win. And with his Italian team based around the corner, it was the perfect start to the day. On then to race 2, and once again all eyes would be on Biaggi from pole. Careless mistakes lost him race 1. He was determined to make amends. But then again, Lavity tasted victory already, was hungry for more. Let's see if he can pull it off as we head to the start of race 2. Under the lights here at Monza, we're racing in race 2, and a much better getaway from Biaggi this time.
Haslam got a good start too, so he'll be up there in the first 2 or 3.
So too did Haga. Look at him go. Noriyuki Haga is slotting into the midfield. He might just get third. He does.
Oh, no.
Oh, several riders down, including Jakob Schmerz.
Oh, dear. Let's hope Jakob's all right there. The Kawasaki's bringing up the rear of the field there. That was messy. Hard on the brakes. Flick it in, back to second gear into here. Change of direction.
Melandri has now definitely taken some time, chunks of time out of Camia.
Yeah, 0.90 is behind Camia at the moment. But Biaggi way out in front, 4 seconds in front at the moment. Here we go, outbreak, just chopped the nose off of Noriyuki Haga there.
Like it from
that's a cleaner.
Oh no! Camia's down!
Oh no, Camia.
Nasty crash, the old Camia out. Through goes the champ.
Whoa, a bit of chatter there from the front of the Aprilia. Let's see what he did. There's something going on here. He was run off.
Ah, he missed turn 1.
So how do they judge that?
Well,
you understand what I'm saying, don't you? How does he know that he hasn't got an advantage?
Well, he slowed down.
Yeah, but how much do you slow down?
No one can believe this, and Biaggi doesn't know yet.
Well, he's going to find out very soon, and he's going to be very, very annoyed.
Now, remember, last time he got a ride through, he didn't take it.
Yeah, look, he's not going to believe that.
No! He cannot believe it. And that is almost as though the world is against him. And I have to say, you know, Biaggi has had problems in the past with the officials, but this was just not right. I mean,
this is ridiculous.
This is denying him a deserved victory.
The team manager needs to be down there now trying to let the race run.
If I were Guidotti, I would be absolutely incensed.
Look, here we go. He's run off. There's nobody around him. Fair enough.
And actually, he slowed down.
Well, yeah, he slowed down, but see, it's very hard to know.
Now, when does he put his head down? Now, look, he's still going slow.
Yeah, but you don't know how much to slow down. Fair enough.
But he did make an attempt. He made an attempt.
Yeah, but he didn't really slow down enough. But, I mean, how much do you slow down? It's ridiculous. Anyway, I'm sure we're going to hear more about that.
Well, there is Gigi Delagny, who is, of course, the chief man at Aprilia, and he is just distraught too. But as it happens, the other Italian's going to win it, unless Lavity has something to say.
Well, there's still 5 laps to go, Jonathan.
Whoa, and Melandri!
No grip on the grass,
sideways.
Son. Yeah, but you see how close he was to the grass.
He needed to be.
But
Fabrizio,
back past.
Oh, oh, that was rough justice too.
Now what do they do? What do they do here?
Now what?
I mean, you know, it's difficult to know what to do. What would you do? You've got to remember that these guys are out there. They're doing 110 things at once. How are they meant to think correctly what to do right now? I mean, Fabrizio went wide. Haga ran off because Fabrizio biffed him off, really.
And meanwhile, Biaggi is nowhere. In fact, he's in the top 10. That's amazing in itself.
Yeah.
So he's managed to rejoin 19 seconds adrift.
And he's doing 43.7.
And interestingly enough, we'll keep an eye on Biaggi, because I'll tell you what, he could still get past Lascorsa and Ballavini before the day is out.
Yeah, I mean, he's lapping a couple of seconds a lap quicker than him, believe it or not.
Just got ahead of Fabrizio. Question is, for how long? Fabrizio comes back, under braking at Parabolica. Surely you can't outbrake Haga. He just did.
Yeah, but the Aprilia has got the pace. Look at it.
Yeah,
nice and tight. Beautiful.
This is all going off here at Monza. What a race! Come on! Final lap. Marco Melandri of Italy versus Eugene Lavati. Teammates. Doesn't look like it right now. Now, where's Lavati going to go, Steve? Fabrizio again.
Yeah, it's either going to be on heavy brakes. It's going to be a hard move wherever it is. I think if he can't seem to get past him by slipstream. Look at
the drive on the Aprilia. Up the inside. It's going to end up tears.
Yeah, Fabrizio's quite good into this one, so I don't think he's going to get him here. But between these two guys, I think that Eugene's last chance is going to be a tight line on the parabolic. He's up the inside. What's that all about?
He looked behind him as though
he had it then. Eugene, he was pretty much in front then, and he seemed to back off somehow.
Well, for now, Melandri holds it.
Well, not for long, by the look of it. I think it's going to be down to the parabolica.
As it has been so often. Here we go then, final lap here at Monza. What a race! And it is not over either for the podium. Fabrizio and Haga, the two old teammates going at it on a Suzuki and an Aprilia. Biaggi out of the reckoning, up in 9th position now, but that will mean nothing.
Both of those men in 3rd and 4th, desperate for that last podium spot. But let's have a look at Eugene Lavati. He's closer.
Chance for Lavati. He pops out, and he has pulled out. It's all about braking.
Whoa!
Can he hold it tight? Yes, he has. Melandri didn't brake.
But hang on.
Not over yet.
That's it. He's got to hold it tight, and he did it.
Lavati's holding on for dear life as the two Yamahas go side by side, but that's surely blown it for Melandri. And Lavati takes the double! Wow!
That's just right. I can't believe I've got the double victory today. My aim coming here this weekend was to get a podium, and I come away with 2 wins. It's an incredible feeling, and especially in that second race, I made an average start, but 2 of the guys closed me in. It was quite dangerous, and I had to go back, and then there was a big crash in front of me. So it was a hectic race, and I was having some trouble with the front tyre. It was too soft for the hot conditions, and I had it close a few times. I had to go straight and lost some time. So when it came to the last few laps and it was just me and Marco, I couldn't believe my luck. I was quite fortunate that Max made the mistake and allowed Marco and I to fight for the victory, and it's great for the team to get a 1-2 at their home round. It's an incredible feeling, and the mechanics have already told me that the beers are on me tonight.
The perfect weekend then for the Yamaha Italia team, and that 50 points puts Lavati in contention for the championship. The series heads next to Salt Lake City in the USA. In Supersport this season, it's all been about one team, the Park and Go Yamaha team, led by Italian Luca Scassa and Englishman Chaz Davis. Between them, they've won all 3 races, with Scassa leading the championship with 2 wins, and Davis winning last time out at Assen. Full of confidence after that win, Davis followed up that with a pole position for here at Monza. Behind him, though, was fellow Englishman Sam Lowes, who, despite breaking his collarbone at Assen, was in contention again in second, ahead of Aussie Brock Parks and former world champion Fabien Foray. Once again, the long run down to turn 1 would be crucial. Let's head to the start of Supersport from Monza. And go lights away they go. A good start from both Sam Lowes and the Kawasaki of Brock Parks.
Yeah, they caught Chaz Davies already, and it's going to be interesting to see now. It's just a drag straight up into the braking area. Chaz's latest on the brakes. Good move by Chaz.
Davis recovers well.
Yep, Scassa there in the background too. So the front row off to a good start.
Well, amazingly, everybody gets through. Gino Ria, we're watching out for him. He qualified badly, but he wanted to start well, and he has got it well. Good start from the young Brit, so it could be a Brit fest, this.
Well, Gino, if he's good at one thing, it's the first few corners. He really does butt his way through, and you can just see him there sitting in 4th position at the moment.
Sam Lowes pops into 2nd place. Brock Parks in 3rd. Scassa 4th. That's a good start by the Italian. And Davis has eked out another couple of tenths. He's now got a gap of, what, 1.7 seconds now as he heads into Parabolica again.
And that looks a little bit like James Ellison just going past.
Getting up to 8th position.
I spoke with James on the weekend. He's back to full fitness now, but he's just... he's always struggled a little bit at this circuit, but he's coming good after that, the injuries that he got at the start of the year with his knee and the operation to that knee and everything, and just needs to settle into this good race.
Sam Lowe's losing a bit of ground there, and he's down to 5th place. We just saw him fly through. Davis did the fastest lap at 1:43.7. And here comes Foray now, chasing his teammate. And Ellison makes a mistake.
Yeah, he can rejoin on it's Bodanka, different sponsorship to Sam Lowe's. Lowe's is struggling a little bit down in 6th position.
And he's disappointed. He knows he's messed that up, because actually he's lost more places than he need to. Robin Harms goes through.
There's a
he's got a problem.
No, he's waiting to get into the right spot.
I got you.
Come on, guys, go past. It's very frustrating when that happens to you, but it certainly just works that way here at this track.
For Chaz now, it's all about not making mistakes, and we saw it with Eugene Laverty on a similar Yamaha, but in Superbike. And we saw, of course, Laverty win this time last year, but on a Honda. Ooh, talking of which,
that's
unfortunately, Gino Ria has pushed too hard. And that, the man from Crimea,
he's not happy with someone.
He's
Gino.
banged his head he's banged his head heavily there.
Whoa.
That's a nasty crash from the young Englishman.
He's so lucky there.
I'm surprised to see him walking after that.
Yeah, no, he's all right though. He walked in the right direction. That's a good sign.
That was Ascari, was it? Exited Ascari, I think. It's the final lap, and look at him go. It's been, look back, there's nobody there, son. Chaz Davis on his way to 2 in a row. And the championship is very truly coming alive now. He'll go to equal points with Scassa. And that will be very interesting in their pit garage, with them both on equal points, headed to another Italian round in Misano. Crowd on their feet applauding him, because it has been a brilliant run. And just like Eugene Laverty, he has not put a foot wrong. The other monster man has put another monstrous effort in right from the get-go. He broke them, and he's never looked back. Just built on that lead by half a second in some cases per lap. Scassa has put in a good effort, but that is relief and brilliant winning by Chaz Davis. 2 in a row at Monza. Scassa comes across the line in 2nd place, and Fabien Foray, former champion, gets his first podium of the year.
Don't win a race for 10 years pretty much, and then 2 come in 3 weeks, so that's a good feeling. The bike, I can't say enough good things about my team and my bike this weekend. They worked fantastic from Friday morning, and had to touch very little. Just kept pushing all the time. It was nice, give me a little boost in Assen there to get the win. And like I said, I just can't say enough good things about my team. The Yamaha was fantastic, and I've got to say a big thanks to Lucio, Lele, Giuliano especially, and all my sponsors, Monster Energy, FAI Auto Parts, and Shoei helmets. So thank you very much.
And as you said before, 10 years without the win, but your career is certainly sort of shifting up a gear now.
Yeah, it's seems to all come at once, but we just keep our head down, and I don't try any harder or any less hard at any point in my career, and it just seems to be working okay at the minute. So we'll just keep doing what we're doing, and hope we can claw ourselves, keep clawing ourselves back into contention here.
Congratulations then to Chaz Davis, another immaculate performance. No wins for 10 years, then 2 come along in succession. More importantly, he's now on level terms with his teammate as both head to the next round, equal on 70 points, which means Misano could be another cracker in June. In Superstock 1000 round 2, it was 2 Italians leading the way after round 1 at Assen, with Davide Giuliano and Danilo Petruzzi taking 1st and 2nd. And they plan to do the same again at Monza. Giuliano would start on pole on the Ducati, but there were 3 very fast BMWs alongside. Sylvain Barrier, Magnoni and Zanetti, the 2 Italians and the Frenchman. At the start of the race, all the front row got away well, especially Frenchman Sylvain Barrier, who led the first lap. But his lead was short-lived as his bike blew up, spewing oil onto the track and causing several riders behind to crash. That brought out the red flag and the race had to be restarted. Current leader Zanetti on pole position, Giuliano right behind him. The race would be just 5 laps, a sprint race, and at the restart, Zanetti was in a determined mood. Giuliano, though, got away off the line. Zanetti was hot on his heels. As it came to the closing stages, BMW of Zanetti powered through to take its first victory and another win for BMW in the Superstock class. It certainly looks as though this championship is going to be a battle between BMW and Ducati right to the end of the season. Giuliano now still leads the championship as they head to the next round at Misano in round 3. Well, Monza had everything. High speed, top-class racing, triumph and tragedy in equal measure. But one man who will never forget his day in the Milan sunshine at Monza is Eugene Lavati. His double win puts him in championship contention as the series heads next to the USA. Till then, from me, Jonathan Green, goodbye for now.